So there, folks, welcome back to Towns with Charon and Velerious.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Velerious. Let's unpause, get people doing their meaty business.
Unpause the derpies of the vills.
So, comments, Velerious. Recently, Craig Gummersall said, we were on about running Towns 1920 full screen.
Yes.
He says he's able to run Towns full screen.
But is that the updated one?
And it does video. Well, this is it. He says it also renders out fine as video, which he's tested for us. But we just tried it again, and when we try to go full screen with Towns, it crashes, basically.
And the other time we tried to go full screen with Towns, it just basically closed the entire thing.
Yeah, something doesn't seem to work now. It could be because we're still running Towns V8.
It could be.
Maybe that's something that was patched in the newer versions of Towns.
It could be, as I said in one of the previous episodes of Towns, that people build things for specific screens.
Yeah.
V8 might not have been optimized for the larger screens yet.
Yes. So that's a possibility. It could also be just that maybe Towns doesn't like the specific graphics card / driver combination we're running, because that's been a thing before. So it could just be that, or it could be something completely different. You know what I mean? It could be something based on the operating system, maybe. What we're running, Windows 7 Professional 64?
Yes, Windows 7 Professional 64.
So it could be something to do with 64-bit operating systems, for example. We don't know what Craig Gummersall's running.
I did have a quick chuckle today when I looked up that Windows 8, apparently now they're bringing out Windows 9.
Yeah.
And they've released a press statement just basically saying that they're going to try and steer away from what they did with Windows 8, basically.
Yeah, Windows 8 was a piece of shit.
It was very bad.
I do not like it at all.
They've just added WSD installed half-by point.
Just to update people on what's going on, there was a siege over there, but it's only 4 spiders, so I've just left it going. It'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. I think we can handle 4 spiders between the lot of us.
I also as well got the joy of, because I'm at university, using a Mac recently.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
I've never used a Mac.
They've got a power button on the back of the screen at the bottom back left. When you go to move your screen, Sharon, where do you generally grab?
Oh, right, yeah, the bottom edges.
3 times I went to move the screen to turn it, and I grabbed the power button, and it just shut down the entire computer instantly. It doesn't just go do you want to shut down? Are you sure? Are you sure that you pressed this button on purpose and everything?
There's nothing worse than stupid shortcut buttons. Yep. I remember when we first got, not the PCs we're currently running, our previous PCs, we got the exact same model, so we could do lots of gaming stuff on them. And it had a button on top.
For the power.
So, and when you pushed that button, it didn't shut the computer down, it just cut the power completely. It was like, why? Why would you want that?
It's like an emergency stop button.
But we had to go in and manually sort of, override the registry key so that it would shut down when you held it rather than just instantly switching off the power. Because it meant if for any reason anything tapped it, or you put something on there, or someone came in and, put their hand on it or something, poof, just everything gone.
It was terrible.
It was the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
One of the other things as well is on Macs at university, when it starts up and you hear the Mac noise, you hold down Alt. It has Windows installed on it. So the university, you knew that people using the Macs would still want to use Windows. So they have Windows pre-installed on all the Macs.
Isn't it Macs that have the weird mice as well that don't have middle click or something?
No, they don't have right click? Left and right.
Yeah.
Basically, it just determines where you click on them. So there's no clicking, really. You just kind of click if you want the left or click if you want the right, but there's no actual individual buttons. It's just one click, and it just determines whether you click more left or more right. It's like, what?
That is pretty weird.
It also has a mouse, the middle mousey wheelie bit. It actually is just a ball that goes around everywhere.
Oh, wow. So the old laptop trackball.
Yeah, so you literally can just play with it as much as you want. It's wow.
Yeah, when laptops first sort of came out, before the touchpad was a thing, it used to have just a little trackball. Those were cool. Oh, right, so...
I remember in the old mice, you used to have the little ball underneath the trackball, and you used to open it up, just take the ball out and just play with that. While the computer was loading up all its slow things, because back then, computers...
Trackball mice were pretty good. Slow. I used to like them, especially for FPS gaming, back in my Counter-Strike days, Counter-Strike 1.6, with trackball mouse, that's fantastic.
I also have some actually up-to-date news as well today. But,
some up-to-date news?
By the time this episode goes out, it will no longer be up-to-date.
Yeah, this goes out... Yep. Is it Monday? I don't know. It might be Monday or Tuesday, something like that.
Basically, when we film this, it's going to be probably another few days before this goes out. And that, by now, my news will have made it kind of everywhere.
What is your news?
The new Steam controllers.
Oh, yeah.
They have eliminated the middle touchpad. The middle touchpad will now be replaced with 4 buttons in order to lower costs, increase battery life on them if you get a wireless one.
Yeah.
And some other rubbish.
Which we won't. I'll blatantly get a wired one.
Well, that's another thing as well. Like, if you'd got into the actual, like, doing all that rubbish and they sent you a free Steam controller and all that, those are wired. And they're on about not selling any wired ones. Which is going to be really rubbish if they do that.
If they don't do wired ones, I think like Dragon's Den, I'm out.
the other thing is as well, obviously,
battery powered controllers.
Because they did like that, beta participation for everyone and things like that. It means that people will have to kind of like try these wirelessly, and if they keep dropping out, I mean, Jade's got a wireless keyboard.
Yeah,
and good God,
I know.
I have a wired keyboard and will never get a wireless keyboard unless you can find one that just does not drop at all.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, on top of that, just batteries are such a pain in the ass. Like, why bother when you can draw power straight through the USB?
So it's like Jade basically gets into a game now and she's using a WSD move around and suddenly the keyboard loses connection.
Yeah.
And aliens are eating her, zombies are mauling all over her, and she's just basically sat there going, can't do anything, keyboard's dead again. It's like, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
Like, you meant me for getting a nice big lovely screen to code
if you're gonna have a system like that, you need to make sure it's like pretty much perfect.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
It needs some sort of built-in battery as a redundancy, you know what I mean? Something that can just power it for, let's say, a minute.
Thing is, it's not even the battery though.
So that if it drops out, it doesn't cut the connection.
Yeah, it's literally that it loses kind of the connection all the time.
Yeah.
But there's no other way of doing it apart from putting a massive aerial pointing from your keyboard at the PC and going, look, this is what you're picking up. It'd be like having a dongle shoved in the back of your keyboard and in the back of your PC. Just teasing all your fucking PCs with your dongle.
Right. Going back to towns for a moment, Velerious. Hog roast is happening, and I've left them sort of doing stuff because there's a lot of meat buffer they need to catch up on. If I show, I was looking at it while you were talking. The actual food itself, we're up to 93 roasts, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
But the raw food, they're sort of slowly catching up with the raw food buffer. Sort of want to get them to do that and then clean up before we give them another job.
Yeah.
So that's happening. These barrels are set for roast. I've already done that, but at the moment they're butchering. That's the priority task.
You know what else is annoying, don't you?
Once it's over, what's the next thing we want to do? I mean, do we want to open a layer of dungeon and then bring everyone up to do a roofing project?
I don't even think they'll finish it in this episode, to be honest.
Well, no, they probably won't finish this. I'm just trying to plan ahead. Really.
Or just do roofing.
So if we open, once they've caught up with the raw food buffer, we'll go and open the next bit of dungeon. The heroes can go down there. We'll bring everyone up to do roofing so they don't go and do any hauling. Lock the doors on the warehouse.
And on the armory thing.
Yeah, and on the armory.
The blacksmith
Which
armory.
will stop them bringing anything up.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be good. I think that'll work really well.
Okay, then.
So that's the overall plan. Let's check these messages. Oh, it's nothing important. So, anything else? Any other interesting news, Velerious?
I had some kind of idea. Basically, you know when you get something that is wireless and it has a wire that you can plug into it. So you get like, a phone technically is kind of like this subject. Right. You get a phone and in order to plug it in to charge it, you have to plug it into the USB socket.
Yeah.
Okay? There are now keyboards that do this, which is really annoying because they're so rubbish. Like keyboards that basically can be wireless or you plug in a wire. But if it's wired, you're plugging a wire in, so the wire can fall out, and then it's like, oh, but it's okay. It can back up itself on the wireless if the wireless is still connecting.
Sounds pretty pointless to me. I don't think wireless peripherals just seem like such a bad idea. What's wrong with a wire? Really?
Well, people complain that you get more and more wires as you go along, but that's only people who have 3 monitors for the sake of it, 4 keyboards.
Wires are useful.
Some people have the keyboard with the numpad cut off.
I mean, it's like if you have any problems with your internet ever, and you ring up your ISP about it, the first thing they'll do is go, "Oh, try it on wires instead of wireless."
Yeah.
Because basically wireless is shit.
Yeah.
It's as a technology, it's still in its infancy. Even though like we sort of have all this wireless, Wi-Fi and everything.
I mean, look how long it took for Bluetooth to get where it is, and Bluetooth now is still kind of pants.
Bluetooth was just sort of pointless anyway. It was just a sort of improvement over infrared.
Yeah, but really, infrared was absolutely crap.
Well, I mean, infrared was very interesting. It's very good technology. It's just it requires line of sight, and that's its biggest weakness.
Don't get me wrong, sometimes wireless can have its advantages, such as having a modem, you need to have wireless internet in order to sit across the house.
And it works for what it works for, you know what I mean? It's quite handy having it on my Kindle, for example. I can just download a book without having to go find a wire and plug it in and stuff. But
exactly.
It's not without many, many problems and complications. And not least of which the fact that, the wireless frequency is so short that, in a street, where, in a terrace street, where we live, you've got, there'll be some bastard next door using channel 6 and some bastard on the other side using channel 6. It's if one of you is on 1 and one of you is on 13, we could go on 6, rather than all three of us being on 6 and having fucking problems all the time.
This is the thing with channels as well. A lot of people don't even realise about channels, which is kind of weird. If you get a modem will broadcast your wireless signal on a channel, and the channel that you are on, if someone else is on it, it will slow down that channel.
Yeah, but there's 13 channels, but the problem is, they all overlap, so really you've got 3 channels, 1, 6 and 13.
Because you have to basically be as far away as possible. If someone's on 1, it's best to go on 13.
Yeah.
If someone's on 1 and 13, it's best to go bang smack in the middle on 6 or 7. One of the two, just to, get away from everyone else.
It's pretty stupid. They need a wider range of frequencies.
They do, yeah. But obviously, technology needs to advance in different ways before it does that.
Especially as wireless gets more prevalent.
One of the most pointless things of 2013, wasn't that the 3D TV or something?
See, 3D is another thing that's complete and utter bullshit.
We'll make this TV that you can see everything in 3D. But, you probably don't need it, and it's a bit of a rubbish idea. We could have just invented a hologram to appear in front of you, which would have been way better.
I got a 3DS not too long back, and it's
You turn the 3D off and never put it back on?
The thing about that is the 3D is, you don't need glasses. Yeah. It's not stereoscopic 3D where you have, shaded glasses.
That's the 3D TVs as well.
It's more similar to what you're on about, a hologram. Yeah. It's not really a hologram, but it's a hologram effect, shall we say. And it's surprisingly good, especially when you consider that, me and you were both, really short-sighted.
Yeah.
And it's normal 3D effects generally don't work for me very well, Well,
it's like that.
It's just technology that doesn't work too good. I can't see optical eye illusions either, the magic pictures where you have to stare at them until things appear. They don't work.
See, I can see them if they're moving in front of me, but other than that, no.
But the 3D on the 3DS is actually pretty impressive. I don't play with it on because, what's the fucking point, really? But
yeah.
But it is quite impressive technology, I must admit.
The other thing I read about today as well, which I can't say if it's true or not, was apparently Steam has come under the idea of inventing their own VR system. The virtual reality to fight against the Oculus
Rift. Yeah.
It's going to be completely Valve software.
See, again, I don't see the point.
Someone said when using it, they said they needed glasses and they got motion sickness, and it was fine. No motion sickness. Didn't need their glasses.
Yeah.
They could see everything fine.
I mean, this is a thing. It's I think. As the technology advances, the Oculus Rift is obviously going to be a very important step towards moving to fully immersive AI, how you imagine it sort of in the future, where you just put on a helmet and you're there, sort of thing.
Just put on your helmet and there's just sexy girls around you going, "Yes, my lord."
Well, would you remember Red Dwarf with the AR simulation?
Better Than Life.
No, oh well, yeah, Better Than Life. But also, I was thinking of the one from Gunman of the Apocalypse, the sort of improved version where it's. It's got the groinal attached.
on the one that they used, it was quite interesting because, I watch all these Game Expo things that they go to and everything.
Yeah.
And one of the most interesting things on there was just literally kind of They had things to put in your hands, nunchuck things that you would hold.
Yeah.
And it would look where your hands were and everything.
Yeah.
But there was something else that you could do with kind of moving your hands, and it would simulate your hands in the game.
Yeah, I mean, this was the other interesting thing about the Oculus Rift, wasn't it? There's the cage that goes with it that allows you to track like your feet movement and stuff, which is quite clever. But you need something beyond that. I mean, like, basically what I'm thinking is, technology like this is good to start off with, but you want to end up somewhere like the holodeck from Star Trek.
Admittedly, it would get rid of fat gamers. I mean, fucking hell, have you seen that thing you have to run around on? Jesus Christ.
I would not want to do that.
I would not really want to do it every single day. Maybe once to try it out, but after that I'd probably be knackered enough to not do it for the rest of my entire life.
I would totally be up for like Star Trek style holodecks.
Oh my god.
That would be amazing.
I just basically
That's the pinnacle of
I want to go to bed at night, right, and just put a helmet in my head and go, a simulation? And there's just babes next to me in the bed. Babes. There we go.
Babe Simulator 2030.
That'd be amazing. Basically, I just want a holographic bed.
Holographic bed.
That you just kind of...
These bastards, like, I've noticed, Velerious, they'll eat the highest level of food.
What do you mean they'll eat the highest level of food?
Which means they're already eating the hog roast rather than mopping up the sort of bread, omelettes and steaks. So they're always going to be there now. But they're starting to fill up the raw food
Well,
buffer.
to be honest, I suppose it's better that they eat the highest level of food, because otherwise they could still be eating bread and dying at the moment.
Well, I mean, that's true. At least it lasts them longer, so they can get more chores done before their food
exactly.
Depletes. That's the word I was looking for. I was sort of thinking of the word diminishes and depletes at the same time. I was like, deplenishes? That's not a word.
Yeah, I had that problem recently with a lot of kind of these computer terminology things that no one needs. Yeah. I mean, good God, all the models and behaviour models and everything with model computing on, it's like, I think we need to start thinking about computing differently.
It's very complicated business when you think about it.
It's like my favourite now is predicting and descriptive testing, which basically is exactly how it sounds. You predict what a user will do, or you go on descriptive testing, which is just look at some other geezer's site and see if it worked for them. Did they have a login script? Yeah, well that's mine now. Thank you very much. Descriptive testing.
You should watch. There's a channel I'm subscribed to called Computer File, run by Brady Haran, who does like all the science and maths based channels and stuff. And it's really good. It covers like all sorts of really good computing stuff, and I think you'd really sort of get into it. It's hilarious, like because one of the guys explains just like how sort of like how code was sort of developed over the years, and why it's like everyone sort of just bolted something extra on until we've got this like giant fucking mess of shit that really needs starting again from scratch.
Basically, yeah. So it's like
it's a good channel.
It's bizarre. Anyway, speaking of YouTube though, the featured channels are now pissing me off.
Oh, feature channels. I mean, the thing is that feature channels, right? Mine's been the same for about a year now, and at the top of the list has been Smosh. Like, as if anybody hasn't heard of fucking Smosh.
But the thing is, because you're not subscribed to a Smosh, right? Yeah. But in your watch history, you've watched a Smosh video. That's why it's showing
it. And it will continuously go, hey, do you fancy this? I'm like, no, I don't want to subscribe to Smosh. Fuck off.
I watched one video, right, because of the title, and it was a periodic elements video that I don't really have an interest in the periodic elements, but the title was blown my own finger off. Yeah. And I was like, wow, that sounds amazing. Just go watch this. Featured video for the next 4 weeks until I went into watch history, found it and deleted it. And then Smo Yoho was on there, and it was like, I've watched one of their things.
Well, my recommended thing is now updated amazingly. They've taken off Smosh and replaced it with something like the Magic of Rahat, who's only got 2.7 million subscribers. Obviously needs featuring, get some more subs. So why don't they feature small channels? Why don't they show me someone who's got like 30 subs and I can go, oh look, I'll go check this guy out. He's only got 30 subs.
I think it's because with doing things like that, it's like they push the bigger channels onto you and everything instead of just doing the small channels.
Because they think it's going to make them money, but it's not. Growing the small channels so that they can monetize and start bringing you in revenue is surely a better idea.
They should allow people to say what they're doing on their channels. If someone's running a vlog, right, and they've got like 30 subscribers, they could be as good as Shane Dawson for all you know. You watch Shane Dawson all the time, so it's like...
View count is no indication of quality whatsoever.
It's like, I've got 53 subscribers, because they've been steadily trickling in for the last few weeks for some reason.
All it indicates is visibility.
I've been doing so much university work.
And when you've got people who are then paying to, like, pull in the views, like that fucking Mike Chang, oh my god, just constantly all over the featured shit. It's like, no one cares. Literally no one cares.
I went onto a YouTube video the other day, an advert popped up, I thought I will watch it for them, to give them some ad revenue, just telling you that, people. Yeah. But, This advert came on. Come watch us on YouTube. I'm on YouTube getting an advert from a YouTuber while he's in the featured list on the right for his YouTube channel.
Wow.
That's like, it's too much advertising for him. Get some small YouTubers to make some adverts, right? Put them on there.
That we didn't even notice.
Oh, what's that top thing?
That's a snake tooth.
Oh, well, we might need that.
No, it just makes that shitty staff that Alphalos used to have.
What if Alphalos...
gold...
What if Alphalos loses a tooth? I mean,
silver.
If he's fighting it, he loses it. What are we doing then?
Cocaine. Should we get some cocaine? It's snow. Sorry, it's snow.
Cocaine. I keep getting told off as well for calling cola Coke.
Yeah, well, it is.
It's like, I just don't understand why people get so edgy when you sit there and go, oh yeah, I'm just going to get a glass of Coke. And they go, oh, you can't say that, you have to say cola. Why? It's called Coca-Cola.
Yeah, it is.
The first part of it is Coke.
There's some bones we can sell. We don't really have much to sell these days. We've sort of got to that stage where we've finally sold all the crap.
Yeah, everything's gone. Derpsville is clean.
Derpsville is clean.
Derpsville is clean. Clean of all the dirtiness. All we need now is a church to get rid of all the non-believers. Turn them to Derpsianity.
Derpstianity.
Derpstianity.
That is terrible made-up religion.
It's a brilliant made-up name.
I think that'll do. We won't sell too much other stuff, really. Why can't I confirm trades?
Because you've gone over. Look at the money you're trying to get off him.
Oh shit, he's only brought a little bit of money with him.
Okay. And you've got to remember you're doing that 300 thing as well.
Jesus.
What are you doing? Now you're doing too little.
Oh, how much did I go over by?
We only went over by like 20 gold. What are you doing?
I've confused myself here.
Oh my god. Look at the red number and match it up to the black number on the left. Good god. Do I need to hold your hand through towns? You're meant to be the expert.
There we go.
Yeah.
I think I was just one thing over without realising it.
You were, and then you started
I thought I was massively over for some reason.
Well, there we go. We're done now. It's all...
So right, what did we get there? Some gold and some silver.
Yeah, so we can build some more golden boots and silver
pants. We are
pants
coming up for time, but let me just check so I know for next episode. Someone... Right, hang on. How do I check how much gold and silver I've got? It'll be under materials.
Yeah.
3 silver, that's definitely enough to build something with, and 3 gold.
Yeah.
Okay. I know we've got a person, I think it's Francis de Cahane, that we're decking out in silver.
Yeah.
But also we can start doing somebody else in gold, I think, unless Thingy still needs his boots.
He needs a golden axe, doesn't he?
But he's got a golden axe.
Oh, so he got a
Simon
golden...
the Potter
He's got a golden axe, golden boots, golden pants, golden
He had
top,
everything
golden
except
hats.
boots. But
So we need to get him boots, which were 2 gold,
we did him boots. Yeah, we did. We did boots.
Oh, so we've got the entire golden set on him.
Yeah.
So he's done. So now we can get a golden citizen.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to pause it there, and we'll take care of that next episode whilst they continue doing their meaty-based business.
Oh, very well then.
Sound good?
Yep.
Okay, we'll see you later, folks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.